Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Anna in the Labs, the AI Receptionist Basics module. I'm Anna, and I'll be your host, but also the one trying to learn all things AI Receptionist, including how to build one myself. But before we get into that, I went back to the basics. What is an AI Receptionist really? And how do I know if my business even needs one? Is it different from my VR? These are just some of the questions that I asked CloudTalk CPTO Josef Lapka in this first episode. So let's jump into it. What is an AI receptionist?
The secret there is in the name. Essentially, think about it from a human perspective. What does a receptionist do? The key is that a receptionist that's employed by a small business does not actually need to have deep knowledge of the business. What they need to have is the knowledge for basic questions, potentially making sure that they can book appointments and understanding who is who and which department they're part of, take a message or transfer a call. This role is designed to provide a gateway into the business to the outside world. And that's exactly what the AI receptionist is designed to do.
How is that different than from a voice menu? Like press 1 for sales, press 2 for support.
An IVR cannot book appointments, an IVR cannot send SMSs. It can put you back into a queue and you can hang up and then be called back, but that's the only thing that it can do. It basically forces the customer to make a choice which department is the right one. And actually, once you get into that route, the pickup rates aren't amazing at the end of the day. Imagine I call an insurance company. I want to check some details of my insurance before I renew. So it's renewal and checking the details. And an IVR, I would have to make that choice. Whereas with the receptionist, I can have a conversation with the receptionist, makes the choice for me, and I don't have to make that hard choice between these limited options.
We've all had this experience before. I've called services that have an IVR and they ask, let's say, 1 for billing, 2 for something else. I don't want either of those. Is there not an in-between option? The AI receptionist will just solve this problem for you because it identifies your problem and routes you exactly to the person that you need to talk to.
Absolutely. And our interpretation of who we need to solve our problem is different from the company that we're calling. It's not just the experience of having to make the choice, I want something in between, but how many times did you actually reach a human and they go, oh, let me transfer you to my colleague in this department? Ultimately, that's really frustrating and a really bad customer experience. And that's what we want to avoid.
This also helps you not having to keep people there, actual employees, after working hours.
So that's the advantage of AI because receptionists work from 9 to 5, and most other people that need these businesses work from 9 to 5. So they're finding it hard to actually get in touch with the business and actually not resolving it, but knowing where the issue can be resolved. There are lots of different use cases around this. So it's not just about the working hours. If you want to make an appointment at a doctor's, you have to call during those times. And we all work. You don't know how long the call is going to take. Is it going to take 5 minutes or is it going to take 30 minutes? So you have to take a chunk out of your day. So it's avoiding those peak times and the restrictions that businesses have to put on their customers because they don't have enough coverage out of those hours. There are many smaller businesses where the receptionist job doesn't actually exist and is fulfilled by a person that does another job. Imagine beauty salons or hairdressers. The person that cuts your hair or does the treatment is often also the one that has to take the appointments. They have to stop halfway through, or they have to make a choice to let a lead go. And that's exactly it. It's taking away that dual role that people have to have, or where they have a need to hire someone that sits there most of the day because they don't have anything else to do. And one great example is if you want to make a reservation on the day at a restaurant for the evening. If I wanted to call now and it's 10:13 here in the morning, the restaurant's not open yet. I don't reach anyone. So I don't know if my party of 6 can actually be accommodated in a restaurant. Often restaurants don't actually have online booking systems. So I can't call right now. So I can't confirm to my friends that we are actually going out tonight, right? Then I wait until the restaurant opens. It's 11:30, 12 o'clock. They're already in the lunch rush hour. So no one wants to talk to you or pick up the phone.
No one's going to pick up the phone.
Exactly. So I potentially won't be able to speak to someone until 2 to 3 p.m. by which time I want to confirm to my friends that we're going to that restaurant. It's just a simple use case where AI can really help hospitality become also more hospitable.
How do I know that my business needs one?
If you're getting a lot of missed calls out of hours, you need one. If you're hiring staff just for a few phone calls a day, so you don't miss those unqualified leads, then you need one. If your sales team is overloaded with simple questions because the support line isn't as accessible, for example,
Mhm.
you need one. There's one thing that really has to be thought about and set the expectations around the receptionist. It is a receptionist. It's simple questions, simple answers, routing, forwarding, making smart choices about who can help you. Of course, AI can solve problems, but that's a different type of setup. The receptionist is designed to do simple things. So, whatever you can do through a knowledge base, whatever you can do with a simple kind of step by step, that's okay. But if it's something more in depth in terms of technical troubleshooting or a specific support query, then I would recommend that the AI specialist is used. The receptionist isn't designed for resolutions, it's designed to deal with incoming calls that you would normally miss.
What is the difference between an AI specialist and an AI receptionist?
So the AI specialist concentrates on resolution, not just forwarding. So while the principle of AI plus human still holds, the specialist AI is designed for resolutions. So the success of it, we would not measure by number of issues resolved ultimately.
How can my business understand if I need one or the other?
If your business has a high influx of support tickets, it's like chatbots, right? You want to create some level of deflection, but the deflection cannot just be arbitrary. It has to be connected to some kind of resolution. It's primarily for, I would say, slightly bigger businesses that have a support team. They have either technology that they support or a service that they support, and they're getting a lot of queries about some detailed information that needs either a deep understanding of manuals or of procedures, going back to insurance and bank, for example, where you just want to know where the status of your application is. So the specialist would have access to systems and be able to perform actions within the system and be more like a human kind of resolution agent. Whereas on the receptionist side, it's that simple receptionist. I'm not a specialist. I don't know in depth where to find this information, but I know how to get you there to that next person. And of course, you could also combine AI receptionist with AI specialist. Ultimately, you can just push through to the support AI specialist or to the finance AI specialist that gives the first introduction about the company and sets up various answers to various questions.
But again, you're cutting on that. Just press one for this, press two for that. You're actually explaining, even if it doesn't connect you directly to a human and it connects you to a specialized voice agent, it already has some context of the problem that you need to solve or the thing that you want to do. It has some information of why you're calling.
Absolutely. Yes. So you can collect the information initially, and then you'll get to the specialist that has access to the tools for potentially authentication. How do you prove
Mhm.
that you are Anna and I'm Joseph on the phone? There's a few details that you have to go through, and the specialist should have access to those systems to be able to verify you and then potentially resolve your issues or pass you on to a human.
Let's say that this is the very first thing with AI that I'm implementing at my company. How easy is it to set up?
It's really easy to set up. The way we designed it is that we want it to be set up within 10 minutes by anyone. So you don't need a PhD in AI or technology to be able to set it up. You only need to choose your knowledge base, you choose the voices, you give it a name, you choose a greeting, and then we set it up in a way where you can choose different guardrails and skills that you want that receptionist to perform. And the difference between those is quite simple. The skills is, can it take a message? Can it send a SMS? Can it forward to the right human being in case a human is needed? And on the guardrails is, what are my guardrails around my company? So if someone says, I have a legal issue, You probably don't want an AI receptionist to start resolving this legal issue with the customer, but you would say, when that's mentioned, immediately pass it on to a human being to avoid any issues going forward. It's as simple as that. Ultimately, it's a wizard that gets you through it really easily, from greeting to voice selection to language selection to the guardrails and skills and the knowledge. And then you can see and actually test the voice agent. It's designed to be done within 10 minutes.
Have you seen results from customers?
Yes, absolutely. So we've got the AI voice agent, the specialist, and that's doing a huge number of outbound calls. It really is replacing the old email system, basically. With the AI receptionist, we have multiple customers that now their missed calls has reduced. What's really interesting is that the human to human interaction has been increased. People have more meaningful calls and actually spending not that much time with customers, but they're spending it in the right way because they're already getting that information. So it's that transfer of information between the AI and the human, and they are able to deal with more customers. So the queues are smaller for those companies.
Now, I have a question for you. Do you think I could set it up? Again, let's just remember, I know nothing about this.
Absolutely. I don't doubt that you will be able to set it up. So you just are guided through the whole process. You don't have to know prompting at all. It's all done in the background for you. All you use is a really easy to use user interface to set up what's happening in the background. So we're kind of detaching all the technical stuff away from actually humans being able to use it.
Thank you so much for doing this, Joseph. And let's manifest for a second that I can actually build my own AI receptionist. I think it's going to be okay.
I'm sure it will. Yeah, yeah,
With
yeah,
the guidance of
definitely.
the team, everything will be fine.